We're gonna work on TownScaper during my few hours here and there because I've been working really hard and sleeping as hard as I work. Um, it's really simple, so I can't do my regular stream. I really wish there was a I'll do it when I can today, okay? But it doesn't work like that. This is not the one that we are doing here. I did work on my white one. Now how I have more than one white one is beyond me. I started to experiment with the with making more green space. It's time consuming, labor intensive. That's what I found out. So this is what I've been working on. Is to create more roads and escapes. But this is my, kind of like my test field. I'm not trying to figure out how big I can go. But it's monochromatic. There's nothing pretty about it, it's just one color. It's one landscape with the effort of trying to connect all of the roads or the different areas together. There are some really nice features in some areas, where along the edges there are alcove doors. Don't think it's this area over here though. It's one of the other areas with a wider side. Yeah, here you go. So we're gonna try to transfer this knowledge into the Twitch game, into the Twitch map. So we might be doing some old work. Now let's see, where is our Twitch map? Ah, there it is. And we will try to live with the music the game provides, because it shouldn't pose a problem for now with the whole YouTube thing. Wow, that sound is so playful. I have hopes that we'll get back to Dairy of Twitch tomorrow. Hey, sometimes the work schedule changes. We realize that the person, my spouse, is using the other vehicle, should not be working nights. So we've split the car, 9 to 9. So let's see how we can turn this into a greenscape. It's not going to be easy because the color has a lot to do with it. Color has a lot to do with creating something as simple as an archway. If it doesn't match, it won't work. Color are you? You are a tan building. So we're going to... The other one is you can't have... It has to be a... See that? You have to have two sides completely open on an archway to get a roadway. So there is also that. Now the houses along the edges of the roadway can be any color. They literally can be any color. So you almost have to plan your your part of the kingdom. Now, you can get a greenscape with all the colors, but you can't necessarily get a roadways. So let's see what we can do here. Now this can't be here because, of course, it will interfere with greenscapes. Back it up just a little bit. And the other one is you have to have two spaces between the one and the between the wall with the arch and the Like, that can be right there, but it can't be right there. It just totally kills it. Right. Now let's see. Doing that purple. Aha, there. So, what we're gonna do is do that. Create that there. Come over here and make this a red building. And do that. Of course, that's not gonna work, of course. Back that blank up. Can't do that, so I'm gonna have to back up. Oh, I see why that's not gonna work. Okay. Too close. But let's see what we can do on the inside. The inside might not actively work. And this is kind of posthumous, you know, we've already built the area and now we're trying to force it to do stuff it didn't want to do before. More than likely you could get this entire space to do it, but it's would probably be easy to work around. It's either that or we do something a lot more grand and trying. So this is a very colorful town. Nope. We're going to try something different. Now we can see that corner there is definitely going to be an issue. Because it's not natural. So we're going to pull this out just a little bit more. Alright. See what happens by now actively moving towards making these areas deliberately. And it is tricky because we have no idea what the algorithm wants to do. Go ahead and block that. Well, let's see what happens. It'll be rather interesting. Just want to kind of close up the holes, basically. See what happens. Alright. I mean, we might lose a few interesting houses in the process. Then again, you never know. Still gonna leave them their nice little, you know. And even if this doesn't work, we will create a little bit more of a medieval sense to the place. And in the areas to come will become countryside. It's just an area can take like 400 clicks. It's awesome. Definitely a good way to work on having more carpal tunnel, yeah. Hello. Nice to see there's somebody here with me. I'm currently trying to recreate what I have in one of my test cities, but it's proving an interesting thing. Because what I'm trying to promote is greenscapes inside of a wall system. We can, we were doing it on a small scale, but I have actually created a larger scale version where there is predominantly greenscapes throughout the city. But it's not actively working right now. Alright. Alright, we've gone all the way around, and we have completely done zip. So there's a plug that's not plugged, so we're just gonna start a whole new area then. Would you like a particular color? So I'm gonna actually work with the wall system and then start creating, I guess the outer layer of the city, since that I don't want to actually close the city or redo most of it. So we're just gonna do that. So we're gonna start the countryside then. Let's see, where's a good spot to start? Whoops, wrong color. Let's throw the grid down. We'll figure out where the walls are later. That can't be a wall anyway. There's too much stuff on the sides. So let's start a countryside. Recently realized that Grover Washington, I think, made most of the music for Sesame Street. They played a lot of jazz in Sesame Street in the 70s, and actually I didn't really realize that I liked it. Until, I heard Grover Washington recently. We're gonna pretend to say that there is a road there, but we're not gonna hold our breath that it'll work out. I recently worked on a test city where I started it with the entire purpose of manipulating green space. The algorithm, I still would like to actually control roads and stuff. But, I guess that's the, joy of learning how to manipulate this properly, I suppose. Let's see what kind of protected countryside we can get here. There we go. And was can't have a building that close or you don't get a road. You still get greenscape, but you don't get a road. Manipulating these roads is very, very interesting. This is our colorful city. There wasn't already a Tortuga in the world, we would do Tortuga. Not sure what to call it. I did make a new city skyline city after I created a completely new city for Twitch, and then tried to build a handmaid's college, and as soon as I couldn't afford it, nobody would actually come back. They were very angry. It wasn't no longer a college available. So what I learned is to put down the pre-made, which is a smaller building, and then build the campuses at a later time. So my best pal up in Canada got me a new game, and then we were supposed to all stream it together, and the boys were like, we can't wait for her, so they started without me. So that was actually kind of really interesting. To find out that they started without me. I mean, I did kind of sort of get into creating a character for, for Osiris, but I did what I always do. I get mad when I play new games and they're not blonde. I like things that are easy to set up that are blonde. And they don't take me like 20 years to get started. This would be one of those really nice games that do that. A lot of MMOs are blonde, you get right in there. But sometimes the co-op games just require a little extra work on the part of the player. I've had a few where I got mad at just the user interface. This user interface is a little more simple than I was hoping for. Like I said, I do want to make my own roads. Alright, we're about to see what kind of magic we have to work with. Don't get down there. I've contemplated getting a camera, but I'm really not sure if I want to get into that. Because it just looks like somebody looking through their trifocals. And that's all you have for me, you bag of... Alright, fine. No, I'm pretty sure that's not the problem. Alright. We need to figure out where our hole in security is, because once it's gone, we can work with it. Let's go with that. There we go. That's our hole in security. Now, let's see. Nope. Can't force a road there. Let's try that. One of these will actually give way to a road, but it's trial and I've found it's very trial and error. There we go. Eventually get your road. So we now know where we're building to next. We have a road, no houses, and you'll notice that you don't get it, you get fence. You do that, you kill your road. That's all there is to it. You do this, you kill your road. Housing cannot be up against the road, has to be back a little bit. I don't know why that one house is gonna kill everything. Yep. So, righty then. Let's see if we can actually slip another road in here. Take that one out. We're gonna move this one over, see what happens. Alright. We're gonna pinch that closed. That looks really nice, but it's not what we want. See that? You get a whole countryside after a while. But I like to control the entrance and exits, so we're gonna see if we can shoot for that. Oh, you're gonna be picky like that, okay. Gonna be picky. What I want is a road there. There we go. The point is to actually create a crossroads with a little fountain or something there. Trick is not to bring anything up that close because it'll wipe out what you're shooting for. Now, if we want to create a little diversity in here, we are going to add a nice blue, because this is not a single color, you know, system. And a toss of pink in. Go back to that pale blue. And we have houses that are, you know, their own thing. Go with orange, single dwelling orange. And you can see now that, you know, we are developing a housing system in here. Come over here. Find a green. We'll make it a... There's the door. What was that you said? Oh. Alright. hate that these colors here don't work. And then it will give each one of these little houses a yard or access. It's actually kind of cool. And then you build your city inside the wall, or your town area. The colors helps push the game to differentiate the house from the next one. When you're using a single color, it's a little bit harder. And if we double wall this, like if we do this, yeah, we will get a wall. And this will give us a means into our next area, but it also does something else. It allows you to create a house in the wall itself. If we close this, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I want to keep that, and it'll actually begin to fill in. It's actually pretty neat. We can even still pretend there's a house up here and here, and have these nice terraces. Then double the wall. You can do it on both. You can do it on either side, but you have to actually watch what you're doing. So if we come back over here, we can create a cutout to a house. And give some extra distinction without actively building a building. And then they're just part of the wall itself. And sometimes you get roads for these little places. Here, careful. See? There we go, roads. Without actively needing to necessarily. That's the only thing that happens is you lose. You can't maintain a distinction. So we're gonna put a house in here. It's gonna have its own little thing going on. And now it has its own yard. Another orange one in here. Do that. We'll actually give this house a little extra, which leads to terraces, stairs. Add some nice features. So what we're gonna do is go out here. Bank this wall. create the entrance into the next area. We'll create these wall side houses. This will probably just be a terrace. And we'll come back to this later. Wrong color, I see. I'm going to try to incorporate this particular set of circumstances into the next area. See what happens. Probably should go back over here and begin. Now we can actually squeeze a nifty little tower right there. But we have to put that over there, otherwise we're gonna lose our road anyway. Are you kidding me? Alright. So it moved the road over just a little bit. This is okay. I kind of want to get rid of the extra little road here, so we're gonna do that. We lost our little road crosshairs. Okay. There we go. So, with a little, experimentation, we can work it so that the roads do what we want, like this. Those are really nice. See how this house just suddenly just jacks out those fountains, and we're gonna actually live with that because it's created something else. It's just as nice. Although it did kill our road in, we still have a road in general. That was the orange house that we had there. So we'll do that. So that's nice, so we're gonna keep that. Okay, hey, Mr. Pets a Lot is asking for pets. We don't have any pink houses. So we're creating this nice little countryside area. We have to sit here and pet animals because the dog's about to have a jealousy fit because there's a cat here, and the cat doesn't care. He just thinks the dog's weird. Of course, we have fur of our lives every day of the week. Dude, I don't want to put that down yet. That's the cutout finger. Yeah, he wants all the pets. But sometimes we're gonna make stuff, and we're not gonna really mean to make stuff. So let's see. Let's put a mini tower right there, and build this wall so we can create the this cat, I swear I'm gonna murder this cat, and he's the nice one. We're not gonna murder a cat, but I am contemplating removing him from the desk. But I think he's in position now, so he'll be fine. Right. That is the downside of mixing colors on the wall to get that. Now, you won't always get... Oh yeah, and there's that. Nope. Like I said, it has to... The three parts of the wall that makes the arch has to be the same color. There's nothing I can do, I've done that's actually worked otherwise. But nonetheless, we have our exit, we have several houses. Without losing, you know, basically without losing, you know, road space. So we've made houses in the sides of the walls. I think we could do one right there, one right there, and it goes completely through and blammo. Dang it. I did not know a cat was helping me make colors again. Our goal is to actually maintain like a little highway system. But that house looks like they don't care about having a road. Terrace. There we go. Another little alcove with a little house. Looks like that's going to be a bigger place. And there we have our first deliberate countryside. Instead of just a small green space, we have a very large network of roads and houses. Now let's drop a bit of color in here. because I... There we go. See if we can... Yeah, that worked out. I'm a fan of visual interest, so I get excited seeing a different kind of house in the neighborhood when I'm driving for a rideshare company. A lot of people get in and they're always like, so what's your most interesting story? My most interesting story goes like this. They're very bland compared to everyone else's because my expectation, or as they call it, miracle, or manifestation, whatever way you want to roll it, is that I only have the right people in my car. So I don't have a need for mace, pepper spray, or anything like that. I don't need it. And that's my interesting story. I've been doing it for 2 years, and the best I had is a dude walked into the store after coming out, and I was on a different platform because I roll as many platforms as I can get away with, because if you lose one, you'll still have the other. Dude goes in, he's got a free ride. I shouldn't have stopped it, but I didn't go out of my way. The store was right next to where I was on the street, and he said he was going to buy something to eat, and I missed all the signs when he didn't eat the Cliff Bar. Because I keep food in my car, or he did back then. COVID has actually reduced the whole food thing. And well, the by and large is he goes in this little gas station store in the middle of town in Columbia, and he grabs a couple of beers, and hey, I'm not one to judge, so I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, maybe he likes a liquid diet, because, you know, beer does have some nutritional value. So, I see him take 2 beers out of the thing, walk behind, you know, he walks basically behind a screen or shelving unit with food and other stuff on it. And then he walks out the other side, and then heads towards the door, and there's this little tiny clerk there. And she's got one arm wrapped around one of the doors, so he's non-violent. So he tries to step around her and go out the other door, which she had locked. I mean, I didn't hear anything, but she starts pointing at him and shaking a hand, and he hands her the beer she can see. And she's like, having none of that. She's like, the other one, and he pulls it out of his sweatpants and comes back to the car. And now everybody says, well, why didn't you leave? Well, one, I don't get paid until I get people to point B. And he was not at point B, and I had actually done something the app had said I wasn't supposed to, because it was a prepaid ride. Paid by probably the hospital that he came out of with his bag and his lack of shoes. Anyway, I take this dude to his location. I dropped 5 F-bombs. All of them, I'm definitely selfish. And I'm like, well, what the F were you thinking? And did you even really realize what you were doing? And he's like, I'm an alcoholic. And I'm like, I don't give a F about that. And I said, you need to start thinking about what you're doing before you F up other people because of your problem. Now get the F out of my car, because at that point, the rideshare dot that said you are here was in a parking lot, and the tar that made the tarmac flat had eroded away due to weather and rain and whatnot. So it was like walking on gravel. So I'm like, he gets out of the car, he still has to walk to the door, which is like, I say it's about 2 blocks away, or 2/10 of a mile, because I was on the dot. And normally I like to actually get people to the door, you know. I even like to pick them up from the door. I will turn the car around to actually make sure they get in on the passenger side, unless it's a one-way street. Then I worry about, did the app get me on the right side? And that literally is that is literally my craziest story. One of my craziest stories. My other one is a lady got in and she wanted to get a free ride. And she swore up and down that I had gotten a relaxer. I'm ethnic. I'm a multiracial ethnic American, and She swore up and down that I had my hair processed. And then she moved on to this item and that item, my cleaning products, the eucalyptus in the car. And when I felt sorry for her about, refunding her, I'm like, it can't be everything. And then she says, I'm going to faint. I feel like I'm going to faint because of all of this. Oh, she was good, man. She was definitely in the wrong racket. The con game, forget it. She would have been perfect in a movie. Because she was convincing as all hell. Anyway, when she said that she was going to faint and she was going to wait till she got to her aunt's house, I was like, no way. I have fainted 3 times in my life, and there's nothing you can do can stop that. Stop that train, because that is a train wreck. You are off the rails. Your body is like, nope, we're done. We're going down. You need to go down. There's nothing you can do about this. I mean, and you have no muscle control. It's not like sleeping sitting up. You are maintaining muscle control while you're sleeping. You can sit down. Your best choice is just to get on the ground and ride it out or pass out. Because you'll just wake up, you'll fold over and fall out of a chair, and if you're not, belted down, you're not going anywhere. So anyway, I called SOS because I have a car with on-call. And, yeah, she did not get out of paying her for her ride. Because there was nothing that was my fault. Rides with scent-based issues, I don't take them in my car, mostly because I use aromatherapy for people. Late at night it's peppermint, and when they're stressed out I use lavender. And so I had to turn down a really good ride the other day because the dude says he can't get into a scented car. I don't know how this guy can go anywhere because brand new cars smell. I have leather seats. They smell because you use leather cleaner on them, and they leave beeswax behind. It's like unscented, fragrance free. I'm like, dude, I got peppermint, lavender, and he's like, I can't do any of those. I'm like, shut the door, I'm leaving. I really hate canceling rides, but I canceled that one. I don't have any really funny, really weird stories or anything like most other drivers. But my expectations are not the same as theirs, and that creates the manifestation of a ride that is, in general, a good ride. What you expect is what you're going to get. If you expect trouble, you're going to have trouble. If you have no expectations, you'll get what you get. But in general, I have an expectation that it's going to be a good ride, and that I'll have the right people in my car. And it works out great. I mean, if the worst that's ever happened is someone saying that my car is killing them because of the scents in it, then okay, I'll take that. Or somebody stealing beers and not getting prosecuted. I did go back to that particular gas station and I apologized profusely and said that I learned my lesson. I'm never going to stop again. You know, I am just not doing it. You can't even stop it to take people to a pharmacy. I also don't work on that platform anymore. They won't send me to college. The platform I work on, after 3,000 rides, you can get free tuition for an online college of their choice. And all you have to do is pay for your internet, your laptop, computer, phone, and internet. And but you have to pay for your books, of course. So, but my biggest complaint is people have a reasonable ride. It's decent. You don't get your head thrown through a windshield or something because of bad braking. And you know, come on, man. You don't have to tip. Just because you're rating doesn't mean you have to tip. Just freaking tip me 5 stars. Don't tip anything else because it tends to make your driver's life harder. Especially the ones that do it on a full-time basis. If you had a decent ride Even if it was mediocre at best, the driver doesn't talk or anything. Hit that dude with some hit that driver with 5 stars. Anything less will mess with their ability to maintain their their platinum, silver, gold, whatever the platform uses ratings. And it takes like 500 to get rid of 1 4-star, which has a strong impact. Has a very strong impact on their ratings. If their ratings are too low, I mean, some drivers deserve to have low ratings. Tell people that all the time. Go back in there, rate that driver, get them off the road. They're dangerous. They're being high, and just just get them off the road. I am a fan of getting drivers who don't know their limits or who are irresponsible off the road, or just consistently an a-hole, creepy, whatever. Alright, we're gonna find out what we get in here and what we can do with it. I really like these tower shapes. They're really fun to me. Problem is, it's probably going to mess with our ability to create roads. But if you don't know where the road's supposed to be, it won't. It's not that painful. These particular shapes also skew the ability to make an archway with a road. You make the archway, but you get no road for your time. Oop. There we go. We have no road. Haha. Oh my. That would be... One moment, please. Our door alarm. Anyway, we're trying to teach Killer Cujo. I've seen her going Cujo on me before, so... I call her Cujo. She's not my dog, so we're watching her for my father-in-law, because she's not socialized and is out of control. When people knock on the door, make a noise outside, it's always something. Lately, I recently talked to a passenger. Sometimes I help passengers, and sometimes passengers help me. The dude said that it sounded like our dog wanted to be a good girl, and so, in order to teach his dog better manners, he would have the dog come, and if the dog didn't come, he would grab the puppy and pull her over. Well, we have an 8-year-old dog that we're working with, and so basically what happens is that I'm trying to do this without a rolled up newspaper, okay? Because I really don't approve of the rolled up newspaper. For the barking, believe it or not, despite the amount of fur this dog has, hitting her with a blast of water like as if she were a cat, because we have cats, works quite well. It just interrupts that whole barking thing. You know, it's like, hey! And she's like, what am I doing? Whoa, 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 water. I mean, it's not like dogs are afraid of water. They're quite the opposite of, most cats. Who are like, that's a lot of work. I really don't want to do work I don't want to do work on the fur. Come on, lady, don't do this to me. Alright, let's see if we can make a road. Nope. Nada. Alrighty, so let's try this. Nope, wrong color. That doesn't help. Seriously? Alright, fine. We have something causing us issues with road making. Yeah. Not quite what I wanted. That is better. This will not be as pretty as the other one, but with that nice curve. That's a blam. So that's an interesting one. So let's see. Usually if you line them up, you can get a decent road section. Nah. Oh, it's gonna do me like that. Oh my god. Alrighty. Road killer. Alright, there we go. Let's go with doing blues and greens this time. It's one of the downsides of... There we go. Still good enough. Oh, we got a nice little thing there. Cool. You are gonna do me like that, really? Yep. color would you like your house? As I said earlier, building the park, it requires building a wall. I can build another wall. Um, I don't actually get all of my text right away for through Twitch. So if I'm a little slow, I beg your pardon. I'm kind of hesitant to try one of the other streaming programs. How do you get another area? Get a park? It's not hard, but getting a big one is time consuming. We're at over 1,000 clicks right now. Sometimes I use a grid, sometimes I just kind of wing it. But because the map is an algorithm, you have to actually take that into account. So I will make... The other one is the wall section around the arches has to be the same color or it won't work. And I can make a whole house. The thing with... Here, let me build you a park. Oh, I guess they left. Oh well. I suppose. You help people out and they run away. That's standard. So, I'm gonna build a red area with a wall. No, it's the map edge. It's the horrible map edge. Alright. There we go. Oh, you are still here. Well, this is how you make a green, what I call a green space. This is a large green space because I want to actually make a village in here. And it's time. I've got no patience in all, so otherwise I would make a city green space instead, but the smaller the area, you have to pick an area that's roughly big enough but not so big that you can't work with it. You can't get it to work. Like we completely enclosed, earlier I completely enclosed the entire city and I got nada. These two really big green spaces here are new. I've been building this for Twitch. But if you want, I can show you my the city that I built deliberately to try to force these larger green spaces besides just these smaller houses with courtyards, which I found out totally by accident about the green space. I mean, there's no instructions for this. I don't even think I have even scratched the surface of what I can do. Now, there was a happy accident. That's a Bob Ross quote. But my original city, the city that I started planning more to have large countryside-like greenscapes, is all white. And I can only do it so long because I get bored. Oh. This map, I am technically trying to see if the game ever has an end to it. I'm currently between Final Fantasy casual games stream for Twitch, which nobody cares about. They like these city building games. I even blew up a city skyline city. I had it started over in the background, but I haven't actually brought it back. Getting this part done is literally the hardest part. And I just am happy to build the game kind of flat. And I don't mean completely flat. Because I'm a role player, I like to make up little stories about each little hamlet. You know, kind of relaxing to be creative. And yes, I'm supposed to take some kind of medication for depression and all that, but it messes with my creativity. The actual truly good cure for depression is having friends. They found statistically that people with decent friend bonds tend to be less depressed. And here we are. We have no damn roads already. Let's see if we can make this happen. Trial and error, okay. Alright. Oh, we know that's not working, so let's try this. And blammo, there we go, a road. You don't like me? You don't want to make a road? Really? Is that why? No? That is not why. Okay. And now this is just plain personal. So we have roads down the middle, but we can't get a road going on the side. There we go. Now, city-wise, we technically don't really need that extra road, so we're just gonna plug one. Gonna make it that one. Nope, wrong color. So did you get yours with a Switch, or did you get the PC version? I almost wish I had gotten a Switch version. Alright. Hey, dependent. Okay. Dependent on that one. Got it. Now, getting the cross patch on the city usually requires that you have four intersections that face each other, which is real painful. I mean, the smaller you build, the better it is, but if you're trying to build a city or hamlets or towers, you know, wow. And there you go. That just sucked the life out of the whole place. You can't have a house near an intersection, or it has to be one away from, otherwise it eats the road every time. And this has a double wall on it, so we can actively cut that out and create a road just to the house. Now, if we're careful, we might be able to trick it. One moment, please. See if I can trick it. There we go. Bam. Crossroad. So by creating an inset house, like this, see that? You create an inset door. Sometimes you can get a road for your trouble. We're just building. We are changing the original Twitch city, you'll notice here. The original city that was started and 2 episodes in has no large green spaces. And in my relaxation time after work, I've learned how to create countrysides, but they require walls. That's what's up. So I think what I really want on here is a yellow instead of this blue. Did blue in the other one. There we go. Nice yellow. And there's a nice little house. Nope, can't do that. I'm trying to get the road to move just a little bit, but it's being cantankerous. I can't go there for sure. Oh, let's try this. There we go. Oh, you're really gonna go through? Okay, fine. See, what we've created here is a house out of the red. It is possible to create a lighthouse, but it requires the layering of colors. See? That is exactly how I figured out how to make lighthouses. Totally by accident. By making this apartment complex. So there is another tower topper that you can work towards. My favorite food? It's currently curry. And it can be a sweet curry. My husband's got a liking for the curry from the curry chicken salad. It's too sweet for me. Got raisins and stuff in it, but I like curry in general. Coconut curry. Now, where were we at? We were over here. We were doing red and yellow. There we go. The minute you put a house on the side of a road, it disappears. See that? Just boop, gone. As soon as you make it an archway, you're good again. gets a road. Blah. By creating the houses along the side, we get to keep all these really nifty roads. I don't really want to keep all the nifty roads, but every time you drop something else in here, it murderizes all the other roads. But you need farmland, so... That's not a bad thing. Oh, now I need to figure out which one of these roads is going to be a road. And we create our inn to the next area, hopefully. So now we've created another house in the corner. So we know that's a road. Ah, but I don't think it can be a road. So it'll have to probably be one of these other ones. Or not. Oh, that's all. Okay. This is that what I've noticed with the roads is both sides have to be unobstructed by any buildings. Otherwise you don't get them. I like how sometimes it creates little stairways. Any idea for a color for the new wall? So I'm thinking about not doing a countryside this time. Somebody asked for a house, but they didn't tell me what color. Oh. Alrighty. I've literally found that the best use of those star shapes is to smooth out areas. That's not what I was working towards. Definitely not what I was working towards. Okay. There we go. There we go. Remove that. Let's have a look at today's work. The grid. We now have 2 apartment buildings, an odd looking building for someone who wanted a building but didn't tell me what color. I suppose I could enclose that and see what we get for green space. It should prove interesting. But it's a house. Just literally a house. So let's go with a white wall. Pretend this will work. I have my doubts. Yeah, I'm definitely having my doubts, but I'm gonna try anyway. I have a corner here, so that means I get a mini tower. Gonna see if it works. If not, it's fine. But I hope for a little happy accident. We have green space, but we do not have any so-called pathways. And it's it's really to be expected, really. When you really look at the place. This is us pretending that it might work, but no. No bueno. However, it's more of an estate anyway, so it's still pretty. And we'll put in some lighter blue estate buildings. Since it's gonna be like that. Then what might be the stables? Do that. Let's do that for fun. Stick with the color scheme of the house. That we have that on top. Now that's just being... Those actually are really funky because they don't always work. But it looks like it's gonna work. So we're just gonna put some outbuildings in here. For giggles. Nope, not the right color. Alright. Since we don't have to actually worry about roadways because they're not working in here, we'll just build a community. There we go. Put one here. Whoa! See how that just totally strips out the wall over there? Okay, we'll throw in a few pink buildings for interest. Try not to put anything up against the house itself. Need to leave room to manipulate, you know, property here. There we go. Nice brand new house. We still have our docks. As you can tell, that did not work out trying to completely enclose the area in a green space. But I don't think docks should have green spaces anyway. But we do now have, you know, little portiliuses to protect the city from invasion through the dock. So that's good. And the rest of the city, yeah, we probably should have that there. Bit of a fishing pier, you know, there you go. To dock, fishing area. These are docks. Although technically the dock area should be enclosed to ensure that when the tide comes in it's not quite so harsh. Most importantly, there's storms and hurricanes. You really don't want your ships to get, you know, trashed. And we're going to leave that there because it is an industrial area. That'd be sunrise, that would be sunset. And we'll turn all the lights on for the city. Here to look at it at night. And the countryside is pretty much dark as expected. Our apartment buildings are all lit up. Tell where all of our darker colors are. And our white. See the different stages the city's gone through as it was being built. Seems they had to import different rock. And there's a glittering jewel. And I think 1 hour 55 minutes is a good stopping point. So thanks for visiting. Nanu Nanu, see you next time.